Good afternoon, everyone. Treasure Troller here from the mask-wearing militant state of Michigan, where we have more FBI agents and informants than we do actual conspirators in the plot to kidnap our governor and dictator, Gretchen Whitmer. So you're wondering, it's a ride to work and it's daylight out, Treasure Troller? Well, yes. I've moved on to a different case here in Muskegon for the unforeseeable future. I don't like talking that way because as soon as you say you're going to be in a spot for a certain amount of time, well, then things happen. Bad mojo. So we're here at the Meijers. Yes, I use the plural possessive. It is a law that is granted and privileged to Michigan residents. And we are at the North Muskegon Meijer. So, like I said, I don't get into Meijer stores usually working the night shift, but this time the shift starts at 6 p.m. and I wanted to try to come down here and work on a vlog for that guy formerly known as Black Bigot. So anyways, I went in there and I'm checking out, and you saw the fresh there. That's the grocery side, and of course that's where a majority of people shop and check out. Now Meijer is similar to a lot of places that drive me crazy, where they'll have about 30 checkout lanes and only 5 will be open. So it doesn't pay to, unless you are retired and have nothing to do but go home and watch Lawrence Welk, it really doesn't pay to stand in line for 20 minutes while you have someone check you out. So you go through the self-checkout lanes like every normal sheep that shops these days. You get your stuff and you check yourself out. So on the grocery side here at Meijer, there were 12 checkout lines or lanes, and they were lined up like cattle in the queue. So there was, at any given time, there was 12 registers being used, and there was a line of 5 or 6 people behind that. So there was close to, at times, 20 people wanting to check out. But yet, right next to it is the sort of the scan and checkout, which basically the difference between the scan and checkout is there's 2 differences. The first difference between the self-checkout and the scan and checkout is that there's no room by the plastic bags to, say, fill up a bag and just kind of move it over and fill your stuff up. On the scan and checkout, you have to put the stuff in the bag and then put it in your cart, which you're going to do eventually anyways. And the other big difference is, while there's 20 people standing in line to check themselves out in the self-checkout, there's nobody. There's nobody in the scan and check. So let me help me help you. Help me help you. Okay. Start. If you don't have a lot of items, I mean, they got to go back in the grocery cart anyways. Oh my God, start using, I can't help it. It's just so funny. Start using the scan and checkout, because there's nobody there. I don't know why. Just people, I guess, don't understand what the lane is for. But there's just nobody standing in line. So basically, I went in front of about 20 people, checked out, and was gone. I don't know why, but help me help you. Start using that lane. There's nobody there. I don't think 99% of the customers at Meijer's know what those lanes are for. 0 wait time, in and out, 5 minutes at Meijer. So like I said, I don't like to say where I'm going to be at, because my job sort of is too, I don't know, it can be very non-secure at times. It's hard to tell what you're going to be or where you're going to be at sometimes. You can go to a new case and things don't work out and you're gone. But if things go well, I should be down in the Muskegon area for a while. So the good thing about that is there's a lot more opportunities to get some vlogs done down here, and a lot more stuff for myself, and a lot more for the guy formerly known as Black Bigot. So I'm looking forward to that. And one more thing before I go, everyone knows Norm Mcdonald died. Norm Mcdonald was one of my favorite comedians. But one of the funnier stories about Norm Mcdonald that I'd heard, aside from, there's a lot of good jokes, but Artie Lange talks about a time when Chris Farley came back to host Saturday Night Live. And this was at a time when Farley was a bit out of control. So they wanted Norm to kind of keep an eye on Chris to make sure he doesn't get into any trouble. And so Artie Lange was kind of hanging out with Norm Mcdonald, and Norm went to do something, and so he said to Artie Lange, keep an eye on Chris for me. So as soon as Norm left, Chris Farley went into the bathroom with Andy Dick. And about 5 minutes later, Chris Farley came out of the bathroom, and he was kind of smiling and giggling. And Norm Mcdonald came back to Artie, and he said, "So how'd it go?" Artie said to him, "I don't know, it's pretty bad." He says, "What do you mean?" He says, "Well, Chris went into the bathroom with Andy Dick." And Norm said something like, "Yeah, that is bad. There's only 2 reasons someone would go into the bathroom with Andy Dick." And Norm paused for a moment. He says, "Well, I hope he's high." So with that, this is Treasure Troller saying aloha and good day.